So I'm Nirpal Verdi. I work for a company called Certara, and we are a global organization that's focused primarily in life sciences, but we deliver model-informed decision-making capabilities for our customers. Well, that's been a key challenge. Disparate functions, but we all rely on each other so much when it comes to our growth in our organization and ourselves. And what we've tried to do recently is to bring together model-informed drug development services with our technology set. So it's added to that complexity about building the relationships with product and key SMEs and folks that are real experts in the field, as well as our marketing colleagues. And I think we've got better. I think we've really started to nurture a great partnership because we all bring different elements. We know from a sales perspective, we're trying to drive that growth. We want to give all of the right resources to our organization, and we're on that very early journey to mature that. But we need our marketing colleagues to deliver us the right collateral pieces and help us with lead generation activities that we need, and product ultimately own the technology point solution. So we need to make sure that they're part of, helping us understand the value that we bring with these capabilities and those sort of things. And the same for the expertise on the services side. So it's a key challenge I think anyone would face, but our industry is quite complex around drug development, and especially the things that we provide. So all of our areas become a bit of a specialist niche that we try and coordinate. We must align in order for us to achieve what we need to. We all fit into a glove, if you like, in order to be successful. And we need to continuously align. And I think the capabilities we've been discussing today, I think emphasize that having a true way in which we can collaborate in a common foundation and a platform to really bring the stories together, I think is really what builds the bridge. We want to be telling a bigger story about how we are working through the challenges in the industry. That is so key, and all of those players play an important point, because if you think about our very complicated area in life sciences, our industry is really inefficient, unfortunately. We have 250 billion spent on drug development, and we only ever get 20 or 30 drugs that actually get approved. So we're a massively inefficient industry, and a lot of money goes in there, and we put a lot of effort in clinical trials, and our success rate in terms of the value that brings in getting drugs to market, it just doesn't stack up in terms of the investment. So we got some key challenges, and if we can impact that between our groups and get to a point where we can facilitate a drug company or a biotech getting even one more drug, we can make a huge impact. And that is our mantra. We know that it's a very expensive process to develop drugs, and if we can use our simulation techniques and the way we have data insights and our key capabilities around our domain experts, if that we bring those things together, we think we can make a material difference in that. And it needs all of our groups to function together, because we need to get that messaging right. With our marketing colleagues, we need to be able to give that as a sales rep. We need to understand the pain points our customers are going through, where they are on their drug development journey, and where we can slot in these optimization efforts. And product need to deliver us the modeling capabilities that we can put a lot of the great maths and science into the hands of our experts and the customers to really change that curve in our industry. Yeah, I mean, we've got some key challenges as any organization has. We're growing very rapidly. we continually acquire new organizations too. So we have some, sort of key initiatives that are really important to us. We want to streamline the way we take sales orders and then how we sort of get it to the point where we can, get it to cash, if you like, at the end of the process. That's a key initiative that we're trying to run. Sales enablement and how we onboard folks and nurture the folks that we have, give them the capabilities and resources is absolutely up there as a capability that we need to have. So we've got, 4 or 5 key areas in which we're trying to drive growth in organization. And what we're looking at is, what are the barriers at this point that are going to hinder us from getting there? And, this is where the sales enablement has, within my remit, has become such a crucial part of what we want to try and achieve. And I think, again, some of the partnership that we're working towards is going to take us through that journey, really getting us to be very outcomes focused around how we work between the groups that we've discussed, but really educate our sales folks, give them the resources they need, be able to measure that they are utilizing the assets, being able to work with peers and their sales leaders to, you know, really work through how am I going to pitch to organization, what resources in our platform can we deliver to help them with that, to get to that maturity. We're at the early stages. We can get to that maturity curve in the next 2 or 3 quarters. Then we hopefully will achieve the growth, potential that the organization's looking for us to deliver. We're very early in our journey with Highspot. We've used different mechanisms to try and structure our content. And I think, what attracted us to Highspot was, we were very one-dimensional in that. We really didn't have curated stories around that. We didn't have a way of measuring how folks were absorbing that and then utilizing that. And just that coaching mechanism, just, we were struggling with being able to put that all together. Highspot gives us that. So I think if you ask me about next year, I hope as we get towards the latter part of this year, we will get on that maturity curve towards the end of that, where we can really be, focused on value-based selling, truly, not just saying it, but actually being able to deliver against it. And it's going to mean that we've really adopted and fulfilled our journey with our Highspot partnership, to get all of the curated sales plays. That's such a critical part that your platform gives us, the ability to craft everything that we are then delivering as a real story for folks to get used to, how to actually use those resources and educate our sales team, become continuous learners. That's what we want, right? And we want a sort of a great mature sales team to deliver that growth. So I just see us getting into next year really expanding that. I hope we start to get more specific in our role-based modeling that we can do in Highspot, really taking into account we have folks that are very globally focused on very strategic accounts. Others are spread a little bit with wider breadth around their customer base. We need to be able to give a bit of a tailored approach to that. And I don't think we may get to that this year. I think maybe towards the end of the year, but next year, definitely having all of those different layers, I think would get us to the next spot around that value creation. Just that, we're excited to, adopt the platform for real. We've had it in our organization. We probably didn't utilize it as we wanted to. I picked it up from a sales enablement perspective and, trying to combine that with our, pre-sales and the things that we can do to nurture the relationships with our customers. And I think Highspot is really showing that potential for us. And, it's given a systematic way of actually developing that and, putting all of the mechanics in one platform, where we can, provide a repository, where we can, provide resources, where we can, provide training and certification. It's all packaged in a solution, and that is really exciting for us to be able to work through that and have all of those dimensions put in place. So I'm just very excited about where we're going with this. We finally got I think a platform and a partnership that we can sort of nurture and help us grow. And yeah, I think we're going to do some incredible things. Not even this, I think within the next quarter or two, I think we're going to show some real material results. And I'm excited to see us getting there.